Hello, how are ya? Well, I'm feeling a little bit sixth. That's right, because the sixth chapters of life, chapters of death, chapters of so many things, mysteries. Speaking of mystery, we've touched on astrology before, and speaking of astrology, one of the best astrologers in the world, Jonathan Cainer, he passed away. Apparently, his reading was accurate because he was Sagittarius, and the Sagittarius one spoke about passing and referenced the Beatles and that. And, well, maybe Cainer was a Beatles fan, that's why he referenced heaps of songs and poetries and quotes from famous people, even sometimes quotes from hated, bad people, Yeah, those people may be bad and did terrible things, but they said some really influential things, and it's like, how can something so positive come from a hate-ridden, negative person? So, yeah, rest in peace, Mr. Cainer. Big thanks for your words of wisdom and all that, and it was sad, but yeah, it's just another chapter in history, like he made history with all these awesome readings, and then his son is apparently going to take over and make more history. So a new chapter has opened in the Cainer line of astrology, and well, astrology can tend to be a bit controversial. Now, what is controversy? It can help boost, or it can help destroy. Now, a little controversy is okay. You'll take
Controversy is good, but it can also cause problems. I mean, there's a time where you post something controversial, and it can be really it's supposed to be very positive. It's true, but people can get offended by it because they're soft.
I was hoping to get away from him for a minute, or at least 10, so I can have a little time for myself and speak, but no, he has to follow me everywhere. So that's controversial, hearing voices around the head. But that's somewhere. But, yeah, so, well, pop stars generally are in the line of controversy because...
Miley Cyrus.
Well, A, she's not really pop, she's more like plop and a star. Come on, she only got famous because she's Billy Ray's daughter and she was with Disney. She came in like a wrecking ball. Yeah, that was a big hit, but it was a controversial clip. Because here she was like, what? In her teens, early 20s. Pretty much purse naked on a giant wrecking ball. Now, okay, pop stars had done far worse than that. Ow.
Michael Jackson.
Well, Michael Jackson, great entertainer. He didn't really essentially do anything controversial as per se. Like, there was a whole heap of stuff said about him and that which caused controversy, and then the whole lot of stuff. But I don't want to go to that subject. I don't want to speak about that because it's been too much spoken of Paul MJ, Let the legend rest, There was some controversy surrounding some things that he supposedly did and all other stuff which was controversial, but I'll just stop there. But to finish off with Silas, Hannah Montana, Cyrus the Virus, whatever, cool character. That was a bad segue, if that was a segue. See, now I probably caused a little bit of controversy here.
You need a segue.
Shut up! Come on, I'm trying to address something here. So, yeah, pop stars before did, Madonna, with Say a Little Prayer, that video clip with the burning crosses, if I got the video clip right. Now that was highly controversial.
Mississippi Burning.
Hey! Shush for a minute, narrates. Because, yeah, well, you know, the Burning Cross thing is the thing what the Triple K do, who are very controversial hate group who I don't know why I'm mentioning them, but that's what caused controversy because people thought Madonna was supporting them because of the burning crosses, which, yeah, very, very controversial and bad thing. You know, offended many people, but that song is one of her best big hits. So, controversy, you know, they say sex sells and controversy helps. Sometimes it dethrones a career. Like, what else is controversial? Well, we're speaking of bands, so there's been many bands who have either released a controversial album or a controversial song. You know, it could be about a serial killer, blah blah blah, and people are like, why would you sing about them, blah blah blah, so pull that down, or the whole album, like Saint Anger, or Lulu, in a sense, by Metallica. They were controversial because so many people hated them, they were so different, yet yeah, it's just like, what? There's always been the whole controversy between Dave Mustaine and Metallica. Who wrote what? Who what? Rap. Yo. Like, you know, rap's always controversial. Because of what rappers have done, what they do, their music videos and all that stuff. Sport. Controversial with football. You know, and then there's some tennis stuff, and then hockey. Well, but hockey's fun when they fight. You know, yeah, it's dangerous and people get hurt, but that's why some people go to a hockey game, just to see a fight. You know, and there's controversy and
movies.
Yeah, we touched it. Let me speak, stop speaking! Yes, films are controversial, as are ads, but those ads which are controversial and banned, they're so clever. Why ban something clever? You know, those ads can be shown late at night, but if they're shown during the day when kids are watching, whoa, why are you watching? That's funny. No, you should be watching But even educational things can be controversial. You know, you might change over to an education show, might accidentally put it to SBS, and it might be about sex education.
Like the Twiners episode.
Oh my god! This is getting controversial with you speaking all the time.
Well, this is episode of Rainbow, and it's a kids show, but it's a Twiners episode, and they're saying, today we're going to play with our Twiners. Do you like to play with your Twiner? I like to play with my Twiner. It's really hard.
Now look, don't make me cane you. Cane.
Cane?
Wrestling, that's been controversial, you know, like, well, with Kane, he was this doctor character back in the early 90s, and then he got repackaged to the Big Red Machine, wearing that cool outfit and that awesome mask. And now a couple of years ago, he was a businessman, and then he got repackaged again, and now he's just a businessman. It's like, that's not Kane. Why would you do that? And a little draft on wrestling. This guy, Sting, he said he'd never sign to WWE because he was in fear of how he'd be used or misused, and he was right. WrestleMania last year, he versed Triple H in a good match, but he was screwed over. Like, it was a good match, but it caused a bit of controversy because people were like, Sting should have won. Why did you cut that chance? You know, like how WCW caused heaps of controversy with the announcing that Mick Foley won the heavyweight title because WWE was pre-taped, Nitro was live, so they lost viewers. Then they pulled the plug during one of their biggest events. They had to return millions of dollars in refunds. They made David Arquette the champion as part of a promotional run of their movie, Ready to Rumble, which is controversial in itself, but hey, it's stupid, but it's quite funny. But David Arquette as the champion, no. WWE done controversy. They're still doing some controversial things here and there. You know, they stopped doing these things, which are called a ruckus. They're doing that whole And no, I'm not flipping you off. That whole Cobra thing, why was that popular? In a sense, that is controversial because it's just stupid. Mr. Soccer was awesome, though.
You can't see me.
Hello! John Cena, he's just a pansy. That probably caused controversy now because, hey, you badmouth John Cena. Yeah, well, he can't see me.
We call it controversy.
Oh, stop! Narrator, please, just for how many other minutes we're remaining, please, shush. I want to get to the final forensic fabric nature of this point. Now, before what you saw in the little 5-minute thing which Stillman did, I don't know where he is, he's working, he's doing his thing. He talked about a few things. Now, these things are controversial as well, so I'll readdress them. The bikers on the road. They are a hazard. Why are they allowed on the road? Yes, they have their little lane, but that's not enough. You got big trucks, you got big SUVs, you got some drivers who aren't really that good, who don't really, they're like over here, but then they're over here, but then you're in the middle, you're like, God, stay in your lane. And they're like, hey, I'm driving, whoops, I hit a cyclist. Well, it was your fault because you're not driving properly, and the cyclist was out of the way, but still, for their safety, so there's no accidents or deaths, get the cyclists onto the footpath. Most of the time when you're driving, the footpath is bare. People can walk on the grass and take their dog so their dog can have a little sniff and wee and poo, and the cyclist can just go, oh, good day to you. Yes, good day, I'm a cyclist. But when you stop behind those exercise lists, psychosizers, you know, the marathon riders or whatever they're called, you know, they're in their lycra and then their flashy helmets and they're like, okay, keep up, we're going. Hey, keep up, we're going up the hill. And then you got all these cars going, beep, get off the road. And then people like put their foot down. When they're doing that turn, they could crash into another car. Or if they turn too suddenly, they hit the lead bike. Seriously. Save the bikers. Save a whole lot of road rage. Get the bikers onto the footpath. Footpaths are wide enough now. You got exercise tracks around. Those cyclists go in there. Because really, it's just so frustrating. I like dig at my scalp every time I'm driving the Spookmobile and there's a whole heap of... What was that? Must be a tea time or something. So yeah, it's just... it's annoying. And then what else? Oh yeah, the public toilet thing. God. You're out, you've had a couple drinks or you just need to go, there's no public toilets. You go to a convenience store. Hey, I'm busted, could you please let me go? And they're like, no, staff only. Dude, emergency situation here. This person could get a urinal infection, their bladder or kidneys could burst, or they could just wet themselves. You're refusing to let them use the toilet. There's not another public toilet until 20 minutes away. So you go into an alleyway, you're like, what? Then cops give you a fine for urinating. Dudes! Dickhead in the Safeway or 7-Eleven won't let me use the toilet. There's a public toilet 20 minutes up the hill. I'm busting. Come on. So that's why you should be able to use the toilets in convenience stores. Don't lock the toilets in 24-hour restaurants. You know, they do that for sense of security and whatnot, but when you gotta go, let them go. Just say, alright, toilets are down there, yep, you can use them. And then they have that, some places have that, oh, paying customers can only use the toilet. Yeah, I got a kid who's about to blow up. I can't buy anything, I got no money, and you're refusing me to use your restroom. Because... So that subject alone could cause controversy. Talking about it that way could cause controversy. Pretty much anything can cause controversy. Like, some people don't like when people crack their nails. Because it's disgusting. Or, yeah, just anything. Like, there's so much to talk about, but how far will it go? Just how far will something that's a problem and controversial go? You know, we've spoken about ads, we've spoken about sport, film,
religion.
Now, I'm glad that was brought up. Thank you, narrator. Yes, religion is one of the most controversial subjects ever. Like, you got heaps of religion. You got one religion that accepts all. You got another that says that religion doesn't exist. This is the only one. Then you've got one that's like, oh, you can have this religion and that religion, but we are the real one. And then you got other religions which are controversial, like Scientology. Some people see them as a cult, but religion, in a sense, is a cult. There's cults formed of religion, but they're a new type of religion. Like, oh, we are the following of Xandor.
The flying spaghetti monster religion.
There's that, but that's a fun religion. There's even, there's the Church of Jedi and Sith. And then there's Dudeism, based on the Big Lebowski. See? But you got Christianity.
Muslims.
Yeah, there's Muslims, yeah. But every religion causes controversy.
Yeah.
Now, the reason why I made that face, because I was about to explain something and then you stopped me. So don't take offense to that, because I didn't look that way out of disrespect. I looked that way because I had something to say. I got disrupted and I had to recalibrate my thought of what I was going to say. So, Christianity, you know, our Lord and Savior Jesus and God. And then there's Satanism. Now, you read the Bible, it's known as the greatest story ever told, and I do like some parts of the Bible. I love the story of Moses and freeing the slaves of Seti, and that is awesome. It's a beautiful story, you know. Two brothers are fighting and then that caused a number of great movies. The Ten Commandments, mwah. And then, you got Satanism. Now, if you've read the Satanic Bible, which is a different type, but still explains everything about the devil, it's actually a really good read. I don't have it with me. I will one day. But that book was controversial. Probably just as controversial as the Bible. You know? You got people coming to the door. We'd like for you to accept Jesus. Sorry, I'm atheist. Oh, you'll be damned. No offense, but piss off. You know, you got some people who don't like it, some people who don't mind listening to it. You know, people go, oh, we accept your faith. God will forgive you, and all that. And that causes controversy. It's like, oh my God, there is none. And then if you say that, there's offense, there's controversy. And then some religions say science doesn't exist, despite heaps of proof. And then there's, oh, if there is some thing up there, where's your proof? And all that stuff. So that, all of what I said is not to offend. It's just subject context to, or context of subjects, which so many people have said to prove the point as why religion is controversy. You know, some people will say, like, a Muslim and think they're all bad because of certain things that happen. No. That's just some crazy, mentally unstable people. And then there's others in all those cults, like the guy from Queensland a few years ago who said he was Jesus. Where'd he go? Maybe in the nut house. I'll probably end up there in jail if I keep this up, but that's the point of controversy. I didn't intend to do anything that would offend. It just happens to happen. You say something that you don't mean, someone gets offended. Oh, it's controversial. So, well, I better stop before we get played as being the most controversial thing on YouTube. But we're not. So, I'll see you in 7th Heaven.